Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Brock Fletcher here from the selling team with Keller Williams Real Estate Company. Beautiful August 4th. We're still in the thick of summer. The weather's been awesome. We can't beat it. We've got 705 active and available properties as of this morning. And I've got a special guest joining us. Mike Dedman has been our lead buyer's agent since March of 2013. And Mike was truthfully our first successful agent hire. We had hired a few people before that and it just didn't play out right. But Mike was really instrumental in the catalyst for our company and the service that we provide. And I've had the pleasure of working with Mike for a long time. Mike, if you don't mind, just share a little bit with us, whatever you want to talk about, bud.
Well, Brock, man, you really pumped me up there. So I got to tell you, I am just really excited for buyers today. We're starting to see an increase in inventory over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Inventory is up, way up over where it's been for the last 6 or 7 months. And so a lot more choices for buyers out there, and still the historically low interest rates. I mean, 3% or below, you still can't beat that. Affordability is an all-time high right now for buyers. I'm just really excited about that for buyers, Brock, today.
Well, and I agree with you, Mike, and you were sharing that with me this morning before we started shooting. But also, I want to give our the people that are watching a little bit of insight on you personally. If you don't mind, share with us a little bit about you personally.
Sure. So I started real estate in 2000 out at Coldwell Banker in Charlotte, and I worked there for about 6 years. That market, I was new to the real estate industry then, and didn't have a whole lot of business out there. And
Sure.
so I was kind of given an ultimatum by my wife that either you get into something better in real estate or get out. And
Sure.
So I moved my business to Lansing, which was the best thing I ever did. Became a buyer's agent for Dave Whitcomb and his team.
Yep.
We were at that point, it was all about the foreclosures, unfortunately, but did that for about 6 years. And kind of saw the end of that coming along, and so I ended up having a chance to meet with you and Jeff and the selling team. And
Yeah.
gosh, man, when I moved my business over to the selling team as a buyer's agent for you guys, it took off.
Yeah.
And I've always said that I was in real estate for a little while, but I really got into real estate when I joined the selling team, and just, gosh, really appreciative of that opportunity, and it's been great ever since.
Well, it's definitely been mutually beneficial, and I mean, I love you, Mike. You're one of my best friends, and I also want you're quite proud of your family as well. If you don't mind, if they're okay with you talking about it, I'd love to have you share about your family.
I am, man. If I could spend as much time with my family as possible, I love doing that, getting to spend time with my family. My mom has just been here. She drove up. She's 82 years old. Drove up from Houston, she's a little north of Houston, but let's say Houston, Texas, by herself, 2 days in the car, and then she just left this morning. She was here with us for about 2.5 weeks. I wish she could stay for the whole summer when she comes up, but here for about 2.5 weeks, and I shoved her off this morning, darn it. That's not a good word, but I seen her off this morning. She left when I left to come to work this morning to go back to Texas. So I'm going to miss her tremendously. I've got a big family down in Texas, and none of them live in Michigan, unfortunately, so we go to Texas once or twice a year to visit them.
Yep. That's awesome. I don't know if do you want to shout out your wife and daughter at all, or not? Really?
Heck yeah, shoot.
Sure.
I'd be in trouble if I don't do that. I've been married for 38 years this year. Actually, our anniversary is coming up this Friday. It'll be 38 years, and I have a beautiful daughter, Dallas, who's over in the Chicago area. She's married. She got married last October to a great young man, Jackson Johnson. They are both doing really well over there, and gosh, those guys are awesome. I love spending time with them. Just a great family.
Well,
Yeah.
and I know Joanne. Mike's wife's name is Joanne, and she's awesome, and she's a great hairdresser as well. That's for sure. But Mike, I really appreciate you being with us this morning.
Yeah.
And many of you have had the pleasure of working with Mike and know how awesome he is. But if you haven't had that experience, I'll tell you, not all real estate agents are created equal. That's the reality of it. And if you get the chance to work with Mike, you're getting a chance to work with not only an elite level agent, but also somebody who cares a great deal about your personal success. Mike,
Yep.
thanks,
Brock,
bud.
thank you for having me this morning.
You're welcome.